by talking about great books on the spiritual path. And this is one of my favorites that I read again and again. And I always feel like I have new understandings and just like this hard-hitting yes every time. So this is The Myth of Freedom by Chogyam Trungpa Rinpoche. His name's hard to say. So this is the way of meditation. And the thing about a good spiritual teacher, opposed to a lot of materialistic spiritual teachers, is that they will tell you the hard truths. A lot of people kind of want you to yes them and tell them exactly what they want to hear. So we can all pat ourselves on the back and feel like we're doing a good job when really we're not doing anything fundamental or transformational. And Trungpa Rinpoche gives those hard truths, and it's true, and you can't escape the truthiness of it, the truthiness. I think Stephen Colbert invented that word. So one of my favorite lines from this that I've come back to again and again in my understanding is that he says, the attainment of enlightenment from ego's point of view is extreme death, the death of self, the death of me and mine, the death of the watcher. It is the ultimate and final disappointment. Treading the spiritual path is painful. It is a constant unmasking, peeling off of layer after layer of masks. It involves insult after insult. So this understanding of freedom and the myth of freedom is, a lot of us might feel constricted by our lives, and we want to feel free. We want, I met somebody who talked about spaciousness. He had read about spaciousness, but he didn't know what that actually felt like, because he was living according to this sort of dogma and philosophy that you need to have this tough exterior and not really show what's inside you, and then stay in your mind, stay very intellectual, but not actually live from this authentic place that's in your heart and in your solar plexus and in your body. Freedom is when you can live from those places, and living from those places, from a deeper place inside you, means that you're not held back by your egocentric thoughts of image, perception. What do other people think of me? How is this going to look to that person or that person? Which you may know or you may not. Regardless, you don't want to live your life as the seen, the watched, as opposed to the seer and the watcher. There's value in both, but ideally to be a present, embodied, bold, audacious, forward-thinking person who's really owning who you are on this planet. You want to be in yourself, and it requires that level of humility. It requires moving the disguises over and over and over again to get to the core and the pith of who you are. When you don't live like that, eventually everything starts to feel hollow, and you're looking for stimulation, and you're looking for what feels good. There needs to be something more, and there becomes this searching. In that searching, as Trungpa Rinpoche points out, you are not attaining something. It is not like you got up to the top of the mountain and there's the golden orb and now you hold it and it's all taken care of. Instead, it is stripping every illusion that you ever lived with under, until you get to the simplicity of the core, which is love and the moment and the present moment and breath, right? And these are what we experience in meditation, which is why he's sharing that. One last piece I like, when he talks about working with emotions and dualism. This is another aspect that you learn in terms of that stripping away. We begin to realize that our practice is credential oriented, that there is a belief in some kind of basic harmony. The problems of everyday life are a way of destroying our credentials, our comfort and security, and they present us with an opportunity to relate with our emotions. So we have a tendency in our culture to think that we're not supposed to have emotions, or we're supposed to muscle through, block our emotions. The experience of meditation and a truer path of healing is to really feel your emotions. Tantric yoga deals with that. It's about breathing and recognizing that your body can expel, but it needs to first experience the vastness of that orb of emotion. And through that breath, they move out, and we become a being that is always cleansing itself, always true, always pure, because of that pure commitment to meditation. I hope you enjoy. If you have any questions, let me know.